nobody ever stood over my shoulder and say, Jawuan, you need to be doing this. Why are you doing it this way? I think you should take this approach. It was me watching my favorite people fail and watching my favorite people win.
Is that challenging? Like to do everything by yourself? Is that
sometimes I feel like it, but it also is challenging to try to calm myself down when I'm hearing somebody who not there every single step, try to give me suggestions on what I need to be doing.
Your first tongue kiss?
Man, 5th grade.
Damn.
And the teacher told everybody, she said, everybody, didn't Jawuan kiss this little girl behind the bar?
Welcome to Who Do We Have Here, episode 5, and today I got a very special guest, Shreveport native, one of the best rappers out the South, creative, multifaceted, entrepreneur, Mr. Jawuan Ford. How you doing, brother?
How you doing, G?
First question I want to ask you is, who is Jawuan Ford? For our audience, for our viewers, and because this is my first time meeting you, getting to know you, who is Jawuan Ford?
Jawuan is an explorer of all things, of music, business, creativity.
Okay.
I'm a father.
Okay. Should put that in the intro.
Yeah. I'm a father and I'm a family man.
How many kids?
I got one daughter,
kid, okay.
5 years old.
Okay.
It's the best thing in my life right now.
For sure?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So when did you actually realize you could start rapping? Like, Like, when did you realize, like, oh, I'm actually pretty good at rapping?
I've always been somebody that's freestyled. Like, I don't know. I don't even have an earliest memory of me rapping because I've always rapped. So even in middle school, to know me just sitting around, I'm gonna come up with some raps. We going on YouTube, we looking up type beats and we freestyling.
Okay.
If we at the track meets in high school, it just became a thing to, if Jawuan here, he gonna freestyle, and people liked it. People encouraged me to keep doing it. It wasn't like, oh, Jawuan freestyling again. It was like, wait.
It was an excitement around.
Yeah, run that back, slow that down. How you know what I'm saying? And
was it, you just freestyle, you wouldn't write any of this? You was just... Nah,
I would write, but I wouldn't, that wasn't what I would perform. I would rap, I would write just to write. Like,
okay.
And now I never do that. Like, I never write. If I'm writing, I'm recording. But I used to write, the teacher could be talking, it could be a million distractions in the world, and I could just write something on a paper. Now, if I'm writing, I don't want no sounds in the background, I don't want nobody around me. But yeah, that's I would write just to write, but I would freestyle because it's what it was in me.
Right. When did that switch? The just writing just to write, and then now it's intentional. When did that
started when I started putting out music.
Okay. So when you were freestyling, you weren't putting out music. It was just constantly. Okay.
Yep. So when I started recording my songs, everything that I wrote down started to be recorded.
Oh, okay. And from there, how serious did you take it? Like, okay, now that you know people are excited about Jawuan, people, you know, they want you to rap, they're encouraging you to rap. When was that moment when you like, okay, I'm about to take this
For a long
serious?
time, I recorded just to be recording. Like, people like the music, let me put the music out, at least for my homeboys, to jam. They going off to college. That's around the time I started recording. Me and my homeboys were going to college.
What year was this?
Around 2014. And I had music out, I had fans, and I had shows, and I wasn't really taking it serious. It was the opportunities that just happened to be put in front of me because of the fact that enough people enjoyed what I was rapping. I started taking music serious, like, let me write down some goals. This is where we want to be. I need to get in contact with this person and this person. I need to hit these platforms. That was until 2018.
Is this all you, or do you have a team with you?
It's me watching. My biggest influence, nobody ever stood over my shoulder and say, Jawuan, you need to be doing this. Why are you doing it this way? I think you should take this approach. It was me watching my favorite people fail and watching my favorite people win.
Who are your favorite people? Like who?
My first influence on how to take the business side of music and cut it up was Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, okay.
I watched a Fade to Black documentary. I wasn't even a Jay-Z fan. I had never really heard the album, but I saw him put together his last show at Madison Square Garden. And he was the first rapper to sell out Madison Square Garden. And I was like, if that's the template to do it, then that's what I'm gonna watch.
Okay, all right. And being from Shreveport, excuse me, that's a hard name for me. How hard was it to make a name for yourself in a relatively small city? Because when I say that, was there other rappers that you seen out there that had a little bit of motion, had a little buzz?
Yeah, for sure. I think my biggest influences in Shreveport are people like Yella, KP,
okay,
Big Papa.
And you seen these guys?
Mm-hmm, for sure. Okay. They all had like a big wave before I even considered rapping. But I never saw anybody that was in a lane that, how can I make music without making club music? And if it was, I just wasn't aware of it.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was people in Shreveport rapping, but it was a whole different lane than what I saw myself taking up.
And did you think it was hard? Like when you said, okay, I'm not gonna follow that trend.
I didn't think it was hard because like I was saying, it happened before I actually really started focusing on it. I was people that was like, keep putting out music, like y'all like No Pressure. I wasn't taking rap serious when I put out No Pressure. It was like, I recorded that song. Somebody suggested doing a video to it, and it's like, I'm okay, let's do it.
Yeah,
like, why not? I like doing music, but I wasn't focused on pursuing music.
I wonder what was holding. If you've seen the buzz and the people encourage you, I wonder what took so long to be like, you know, I'm about to really just take this serious.
It was a difference of knowing how much of it was business, how much of it wasn't just you can make a song, put it out, and become famous.
Oh, so the business side. Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
So it was that's me taking it serious. Like before that, that's just rapping a rap. Like if you don't know how to promote yourself and you market yourself, you rapping a rap. So that's why I felt like I was, and developing a core sound, making music that not only stands out from other people, but relates to other people at the same time. Okay. Taking that approach was where I felt like I took music serious, and I don't think it was hard because wherever it took me with those original thoughts, it didn't take no extra hard thinking to get there. It took a shift in where I'm spending my energy.
That's good. And during this time, do you have your daughter? Is your daughter
I didn't have my daughter till 2019.
Okay.
So yeah, probably like a year before I really started taking serious, I got my daughter.
And how did that, once you know the baby is coming and she gets here, how did that change the way you approach music and just life in general?
Not much.
Okay.
Yeah, not much. Just cause I always had the time to she kick it.
Yeah.
I make music at home. My best place to make music is in the home studio. So it didn't make a big shift. Her mama is very supportive of everything. She's like my videographer. So,
no doubt. That's hard.
We made the dynamics work together.
So she's seen it from the beginning. Like she's seen.
My daughter?
No, your girlfriend.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, from the top.
She seen it from the beginning. That's hard. We spoke earlier off camera about you going on tour, and I seen it on your page. I want you to talk to me about that, how that came about, and the whole experience about putting together a tour. Like if I was an independent artist trying to follow that, how do you put those steps together? Because it's not an easy thing to do.
So first, when I'm making my album, it's like an artist. When they paint on their canvas, sometimes they don't want to use whatever the skin is called. Sometimes they want to use cloth, and they paint on that. I feel like when I'm making music, my medium, my canvas, don't just exist on an MP3. It don't exist. When I'm thinking of the idea, the whole thing is coming in the idea. The tour is coming in my head at the same time as the music videos are coming in my head, and they don't exist separately. So for LSU specifically, it's a whole universe of different characters where their lives can be followed on different mediums. From the project, you hear one part of their story. There's short films that goes with the projects, you hear a part of the story. And on the tour, their stories get played out more. I came up with the tour because of it had to exist in that type of it had to exist in that type of medium. So that's pretty much what made me think about going on tour.
This your first tour?
My first headlining tour.
Headlining tour, okay.
Yeah, I've been on tour with other artists.
Okay, and how was that experience?
It was cool. That's one of the, I guess, eye-opening experiences too, because just rapping, I found myself on somebody headlining tour.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But to see a room of 1,000 people all cheering and standing up. Like, I would go on tours and be in the opening act, they asking for other songs. I know for a fact they never heard of me. I'm not promoting in these cities. I haven't been in these cities. And they asking for more songs, so they just extra validation for you got a skill that other people are gravitating towards.
Okay. Are the people around you at this time, are they changing? Like, you seeing like certain people act weird because now they see that, oh, Jawuan is becoming something, you know, more than what it was expected, I should say.
I think besides my family and the people who are close to me right now, I would call my brother, so I'm gonna include them in my family. I don't think there's nobody that's ever been close to my process enough to have that type of judgment.
Okay.
I've always been like, I put this shit on my shoulders. I've always done my own booking, always done my own promo. So if they do feel that way, I haven't become aware of it.
Is that challenging? Like to do everything by yourself? Is that
sometimes I feel like it, but it also is challenging to try to calm myself down when I'm hearing somebody who not there every single step, try to give me suggestions on what I need to be doing.
Because you know how you want it to be done.
It kind of make my flesh crawl.
That makes sense. Okay, so creatively, I see someone that's passionate about their craft. I see the hustle, I see the love, and most importantly, I see the talent.
Appreciate that.
Is Jawuan Forrest still in love with creating music and pushing himself to success?
For sure.
Whatever success means to you. Are you still in love with the process?
Yeah, for sure. Like today, I woke up making music. I do the process, even if it's not like, if I get burnt out just recording, I'm going to writing video treatments down. I'm going to design some merch, and then I can go back to music and not feel burnt out anymore. But that whole process is one and the same thing. So I love that feeling. I love getting something that's a thought in my head, watching it go from me writing a note down on paper, then executing that idea and watching people going,
I love that feeling.
That's crazy. Like, it didn't exist before. Before I put it in motion. That feeling is what drives me still.
So you still love the music and stuff. You talk about your clothing line a little bit.
It's basically right now still developing. Most of it is just merch. I support Jawuan, Louisiana State Underdog merch and stuff like that.
That's what LSU is.
Right. LSU is Louisiana State Underdog. It came from something. My dad used to be a rapper.
Okay.
Yeah, and one of his songs was called Louisiana State Underdog, and a lot of the stories on Louisiana State Underdog come from excerpts in his life.
So your dad was a big inspiration to you too?
A big inspiration. My dad, it was a big inspiration.
Yeah, big inspiration. Okay. And so, are you gonna be selling merch at the tours and everything?
Yeah, for sure. We got pre-sales going on right now for like the if you know you know type stuff. We got pop-up shops and different things that go on, but the main thing for tour is getting that merch out.
Getting that merch,
and we're gonna have a bunch of different designs and stuff like that, you know.
Are you designing everything?
I am.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard. You got hats and shirts and everything like that. That's hard. That's dope.
Shirts, hats, hoodies, towels. It's gonna be the LSU experience is gonna be an experience that's you've never felt, brought to you by an independent person, let alone Shreveport. Like it's gonna be really unique to Shreveport because a lot of our independent artists aren't bringing stuff like this. Our mainstream artists aren't coming down to Shreveport and saying this is how you do it. And it's an immersive experience, not just like I'm coming out and I'm performing and stuff. Like, I wish I could tell y'all more, but I don't want to give away too much.
Where are you gonna be touring at? Like, do you know your city?
Shreveport,
okay.
Dallas, New Orleans, Miami, and Los Angeles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it crazy when you go to like these places and you notice like, oh, people know me out here?
Well, for the past couple of years, I spent a lot of time living in those cities. So that's what made those targets. So, because I know we can sell out a decent sized venue.
For sure.
It's people waiting for a Jawuan tour. So, yeah, that's what made me do those cities. I think those cities need a Jawuan show. For sure. Okay. All right, we at the close to the end of the interview. Excuse me. I'm gonna ask you a list of firsts. I just want you to try to be as honest as possible. All right. Your first tongue kiss. Man, 5th grade.
Damn.
And the teacher told everybody. My mama came up to school.
5th grade?
Fifth grade.
God damn.
I kissed the girl, right? And my teacher hated me, bro. Any chance I got to get in trouble, she was gonna expose it. So she was holding that information in. My mama came in one day, and she was telling on me. And one of the things that came across was like, she said, "Everybody, didn't Jawuan kiss this little girl behind the bar?" And right in front of the whole class, bro. And I'm like, hey. But yeah, 5th grade.
5th grade, okay. First album you ever bought?
Usher, Confessions.
Okay.
My favorite album. I wanted to sing it on the bus to girls.
All the time. What's your favorite song? It's one of my favorite albums too.
The first one that got me was which one was it? I think it had to be. It's not Let It Burn on Confessions, is it?
Yeah, Let It Burn.
Yeah, Let It Burn. Let It Burn.
Okay. All right. And your favorite album? Or it's Confessions, you said?
No, that's not my favorite album.
What's your favorite album of all time?
My favorite album of all time. I'm gonna say rap album. I really like Coming Out Hard by UGK.
Okay.
I mean, that's A-Ball. I mean, Riding Dirty by UGK. I really love Miseducation by Lauryn Hill.
Okay. It's a hard album. That's what you going with?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what do I play right now, and I play it front to back, and there's so many albums that's coming to my head. I'm trying not to say every single Drake album. Like,
Nothing was the same.
Nothing was the same. I like all of them, bro.
Yeah, I love all the Drakes.
My number one favorite album, this is for the record, is Louisiana State Underdog by Jawuan.
For sure. Okay, top 5 artists. Whether it's rap, rock, pop, whatever. Top 5 artists for Jawuan Ford.
Orlando Brown.
Okay. Orlando Brown is who?
The dude from That's So Raven.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay. That's different. I was trying to figure out how you talking about that. That's different. Just real quick, just for context. Why Orlando Brown?
That nigga cold, bro.
I never just listened to his music. I mean, I've heard of shit, but.
Orlando Brown, Safari.
Safari.
Yeah, bro, they cold, bro.
Yes.
What's funny?
Safari's crazy.
Orlando Brown, Safari. Y'all ever heard Kevin Hart rap?
Chocolate Drop, yeah. I love Chocolate Drop, I ain't gonna lie.
That nigga can rap. All right, so 5.
You got 2 more. Orlando Brown.
I think Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon. He has some records.
Cold.
Gigolo is a good record.
Cold. And me.
And the song with B2K. And then you?
Yeah.
Okay.
The coldest.
What is your earliest memory? Or one of your earliest memories?
Of rapping or
Of just life. One of your earliest memories. Something that was real significant to you, like, as a child, that you was like, oh shit, like, I'll never forget this moment.
I think, I don't know, my earliest memories, they be like, I guess trauma stick around the longest.
Yeah, for sure. It can be a brief story, you ain't gotta go too deep.
My earliest memories are just like running around through where I grew up at and having just like a relaxed grandma. And being able to do what we want, where we want, but I mean, my mama still kept us on a leash at the same time. We would do stuff like, there was like, in Cedar Grove, there's fields, and then there's houses, abandoned houses, and trees behind the fields. So we would go to like different abandoned houses and like pretend like we on some type of adventure. Got mosquitoes in the woods. We taking wood from the forest.
How old are you?
Putting it on fire, like I can't. This is like earliest.
Damn.
I don't know, being able to walk around and be out the house. Trying to get rid of mosquitoes, setting the house on, not the house on fire, but the house did get set on fire.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, those are the earliest memories. Just getting in trouble in the neighborhood.
Okay. Is Jawuan Ford the person happy, and also is Jawuan Ford the rapper? Is he happy?
Yep, for sure.
In both areas?
For sure, because I don't put no expectations on myself. Like, I take everything day by day, like however it come. I assess the information and then I move forward from there. I don't find no power in soaking about anything or looking at the negatives. I think as long as I got the opportunity to make it better, then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Last question. When it's all said and done, what does Jawuan Ford want to be known for?
Being a pioneer, an innovator, doing some shit that didn't exist before. I put my fingerprint on the game, and shit, like I could turn on a Marvin Gaye song right now and enjoy his music.
Yeah.
I want to be able, for generations, to not even know who I am, but you turn on the music and they like gravitate towards it. My daughter could listen to Michael Jackson right now and not have seen a music video, but listening to the songs sound fun to her. The songs are something she gravitates to, and I want to have that effect on generations.
I think you do now with the music.
Yeah? You think so?
From listening to it, the response, I think you got it, for sure.
I think it's
I know you got it.
It's so much levels to go to where the people who inspired me took it that I wanna get. Yeah.
And you still got some time.
Yeah, for sure.
And I believe you're gonna do it.
I appreciate that.
But I want to thank you for coming on. Who do we have here?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to you creating more.
I appreciate you having me.
I feel like you should have a show in Houston that we could possibly pull up to.
For sure. No, we adding dates. It's just we got to put the dates out there to let people know we going on tour. That's gonna catch some different people attention and be like, hey, don't forget us, and you know.
If not, Houston, we come to Dallas.
That's not the first time I heard you got to bring the tour to Houston.
You got to. You got the talent. You got the fan base there. You want it for it. And I think you should just try to hit as many markets as you possibly can, man.
Yeah. Y'all let me know. Y'all got tickets to the show for sure.
For sure. We coming.
Yes,
coming. Well, I appreciate you for being here, brother.
Thank you.
And this was a great interview.
Yes, sir. I agree.
And, episode 5, who do we have here? We out.